Defense! Come on! You call that blowing?
Right. As you know, I'm a big sports fan, a big football fan, and so naturally on YouTube, that's what I tend to look out for. I've got like my certain fix of things, obviously with podcasts like the T4 Football Podcast, the Totally Football Show, and of course keep an eye out on football highlights like EFL, La Liga, Premier League, that sort of thing. Obviously during the week when there's not much action, there's not really too much to see on the subscriptions list. But then I was scrolling through it this morning and came across Northampton Town FC put up a video of their women's team playing Desperate Town FC. Now, I should warn you, this is going to may seem a bit depressed ginger reading off Wikipedia and going off the cuff, but I think I really had to make a video because this is absolutely unbelievable. So, Northampton Town ladies they had this video of them playing away at Desperate Town. So if you don't know, Desperate Town Football Club, reading this off Wikipedia, by the way. So apologies if I look look like I'm reading because I actually am. Desperate Town Football Club. It's a football club based in Desperate, Northamptonshire, England. They're members of the Spartan South Midlands League, but I think that's the men's Desperate. And so I presume this would have been looking at the women's team. I think they were actually in the Northampton sort of counties league. The Northampton Town women's, by the way, I think I was reading they're actually in the National League, so kind of a bit far away from the bright lights of the WSL and even the Championship, isn't it? So. Look, apologies. My knowledge of women's football is not in England is not as great as the men's, but in any case, but look, you don't really need a degree in women's football to see what's happened here. So I'll cut to it. Northampton won 19-0. I repeat, 19-0. Yes, you heard that right. And I'm going to try and fit some clips. Hopefully it doesn't get taken down, report by Northampton Town. But anyways, it's pretty much, it's on there. There's surprisingly very little talk about this, but I thought I should bring it up. So, Northampton Town, obviously, Northampton Town is, it's an established football league team, clearly has more resources than Desperate Town, who, their team is based in the Spartan South Midlands League. I don't know what. That's pretty low down. They were actually relegated from the United Counties League Premier Division. So, the gulf is kind of there. There's an evident gulf in resources between the two clubs, but you still wouldn't quite expect the scoreline. But the one thing that kind of stands out, and it was just the performance by the Desperate keeper. Look, I've heard stories that maybe they were short on keepers, they were having to play out a few players, but you would have thought the basic thing, if you're a goalkeeper, if you're wearing a goalkeeper shirt, the coaches would have told you you can use your hands, just stop the ball with whatever body parts you have. But if you watch this, it's quite clear that A, this person's never played goalkeeper, and B, wasn't even trying to be a goalkeeper. Because I actually wrote a comment saying Milhouse would have played. Did they get Milhouse and goalkeep? But I think Milhouse would have done a much better job, to be honest. If you looked at that, whatever that Simpsons episode is when Lisa becomes a goalkeeper in hockey. I think a tied up Milhouse would have done much better than his goalkeeper, but it was kind of like, look, it was, you don't often see scores like this nowadays. Like, you see, certainly in the men's, with all the minnows now even more efficient, but, and look, there's very limited information about this game. I mean, I'm going off the Northampton Town FC women's Facebook page. I think Jemima fought, at least there had to be a hat trick somewhere. As Jemima footed. I'll try and put the profiles of the Northampton Town women's team up here. So, in fact, there was another hat trick for Kimmel, whoever that is, and yeah, two goals for Ruby. Maya Richards had 2 goals. Amber Pearson was scoring from distance. I think this was the one where the goalkeeper just like, meh, yeah. Yeah, so 19 goals. There's not a whole lot of stats about it, but you've got to watch this to believe it. So, but yeah, look, I mean, we're not wanting to embarrass players. I mean, I don't really know the story all the way out here in New Zealand. What on earth happened here? Obviously, there's some resourcing issues, but I guess it kind of looked like the game was played to the full 90 minutes, which is kind of a bit, yeah. Maybe they should have just called it off. It was quite clear that there was one side that was just not really up to it, certainly from a goalkeeping front. And yeah, look, I mean, even school football isn't as embarrassing as this. So yeah, look, what are your thoughts on this? And I guess, look, Northampton Town have every right to put it up on Facebook. It is part of their club. But what does this look? It's not really a great look for Desperate Town, though, is it? So remains to be seen what happens. But yeah, particularly something with their goalkeeper. So, but look, what are your thoughts on this? And yeah, I know obviously we always go back to Australia, American, Samoa for most embarrassing thing. Although the goalkeeper in that was really good. It's just, yeah, as you know from the Michael Fassbender movie. So, but what are your thoughts? And of course, if you like this video, feel free to like it. Don't forget to subscribe.